Hey guys, how are you? It's Kate Stoltz. I'm coming to you live from my studio in my house. I just wanted to take a little bit of time to say hello and also to say a sincere thank you to all of you that are out there working despite the fact that you're putting yourself at risk. Especially the nurses that are working in the hospitals. I hear stories from, through my work with developing faces, I know some nurses and doctors, and the stories that they tell me of how they're going into work without proper protective equipment is, quite frankly, mind-blowing. And all of us that are sitting at home, we owe our health to you, and I'm just sincerely grateful to you that you continue doing your work despite of how scared I'm sure you all are. And this doesn't just mean nurses and doctors working in hospitals. I also have to think of, the police officers that are continuing to do their work and keep the communities safe, the people working for Amazon that are delivering packages, the people that are working for the UPS and the USPS that keep delivering mail-in packages, those that are working at grocery stores. And I'm sure there are so many jobs that have to continue being done to keep the community going, to keep the community safe. And for all of us, that are sitting here quarantined at home, we're sitting, I feel so fortunate because I'm sitting here in my house. I haven't left for weeks. I quarantined early because, I kind of felt like this was going in a bad direction. So I've been quarantined since like March 12th. And, the fact that I'm able to do that, I'm able to stay at home and have food delivered to my house. I'm able to, stay at home and watch television while there are people out there risking their lives, just to keep the community safe. It's just, I'm so grateful. And I've been working from home for years, so it's not that much of a lifestyle change for me. There are some factories that I'm working in Italy that are closed right now, so the way that I'm doing business, it kind of has shut down. But that's not the biggest concern that I have, So I just feel fortunate that, if you're one of those people that is able to stay at home and you don't have to go out there and risk being exposed, we're lucky. We're so lucky. And if you're not one of those people that is doing an essential job and you're still out like gallivanting around the town, I just implore you to please educate yourself and to understand the magnitude of your actions, and just to understand how serious this is, and just stay at home out of respect for the nurses and doctors working in the hospitals. That's all I have to say. So, while all this is going on, and every time we turn on the news channel, it's like there's bad news everywhere. But I think it's important to stay positive throughout all of this. The fact that you're watching this video, you're still alive, you're not in the hospital, intubated. So we're one of the lucky ones. So I think it's important to keep things in perspective and to be grateful for what we have, It's kind of a weird time where, I haven't been posting a lot lately because I feel like everybody is struggling right now, whether it's emotionally, just dealing with grappling what's going on in the world right now, or physically because they've gotten ill with the virus, or financially because people, 3.1 million people filed for unemployment last week, and that's such a staggering number. So it's really weird for me to talk about anything because I feel like me talking about a dress just feels so unimportant right now. So I feel like there's such an importance of just kind of focusing on family and friends right now. and just knowing and understanding that everybody is struggling right now. This is something that is affecting everybody pretty much all around the world. I know some countries haven't been affected like the United States and Italy and China have yet, but they're starting to have cases, and I just keep thinking about the workers in India and Bangladesh, these workers that are basically the backbone of the fashion industry. They're manufacturing clothing, and the factories are basically, all of the orders are getting canceled, so these factories don't have anything to work on. Some of them are continuing to pay their workers, but some factories don't have that ability. So I just keep thinking about the workers in these countries that don't have the government to send $1,000 check. And for those of you who say $1,000 is enough, I agree. But as someone that has grown up in a relatively poor family, I grew up on a farm with 6 brothers and sisters. So there were 9 people in our family, and we were living on a farm budget. And we did not have a lot of money. So $1,000 would have been so much money to us in a situation like that. So, for some people, it's not near enough, but I know that the $1,000 means a lot to those that get it. But in countries like India and Bangladesh, they're not going to get $1,000 check to help them through this. So those are the people that I'm just really thinking about right now, because I don't know how they're going to get money to eat, and that's just a really sad thought. So I keep thinking about those people. I keep thinking about everybody. So yeah, that being said, if you're feeling doubtful about what's going on, you feel like you're struggling, just hold on. I think the difficult times help us learn about ourselves, and it's kind of what we do in these situations that determine our future. So and I say that because nothing compares to what's going on right now, but I think that we can get through this and we'll come out stronger on the other end. And I think all of this is going to help people kind of understand that there are more important things in life than having a designer handbag or all of the consumer driven desires that have become so prevalent in the past couple of years. I think this is going to help teach everyone that there are more important things in life, and that's happiness and love and contentment, feeling safe, and all of those things. So I just want to continue looking on the positive side, and I encourage you all to attempt at doing the same, because we really are in this together. There is not one person that hasn't been affected by this that I know of. It's kind of like a ripple effect around the world, and we're all in this together. So I just, I'm going to continue looking at things from a positive angle, and just again, I just want to say thank you to all of those that are out there, especially the nurses that are in the ICU, intubating patients and working around the clock to make sure that the patients that are sick can get better. And to the families that are losing a loved one in the midst of all this, my heart goes out to you, because I know you can't say your goodbyes like you typically would. And I think all of us are just praying that we don't have to go through that with someone that we know. But if you have gone through that, my heart just goes out to you. And again, we'll get through this. Brighter days are ahead. The summer is just around the corner. And we'll get through this. The country is in this together. If there's ever one thing that we've been through this together, we've been in together. This is one of them. So I wish you all health and safety and positivity, happiness. You know, the best thing about this whole thing is you can help by just staying home. And that's one thing that has given me kind of a feeling of ease, is knowing that if I just stay home in my house, I can help the situation. That is one thing that we can all do to help the situation. So that has given me a lot of like peace and happiness. So I feel like I can just safely stay at home. I can work, I can continue working, and I'm helping the situation. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to work. I'm working from home. I'm currently working on a skirt. But yeah, I'm just utterly grateful. So I wish you all health and wealth and happiness, and we'll get through this. There are brighter days ahead. All right, bye.